About AutoCAD. Computer-aided design is the technology concerned with the integrated design activities using a digital computer. CAD can be described as a design activity that involves the effective use of a computer to create or modify an engineering design. Every product is created by modifying the existing product. This means we should modify the drawing of the existing product. In olden days, people used mini-drafter-like machines to create engineering drawings. In such cases, the process required much time and effort to create or modify drawings. AutoCAD is a design tool developed by Autodesk Incorporated since 1982. AutoCAD is the first and foremost program developed to create or modify engineering drawings. The drawings created by AutoCAD will obey the engineering standards followed by all countries. Advantages of AutoCAD. Precision. We can create different shapes of objects with exact dimensions by using AutoCAD. Modifiability. Drawings can be easily modified using the modify tools like erase, move, trim, stretch, etc. Efficiency. We can simply differentiate and organize the drawing properties of objects by means of layers. By the use of advanced commands like block, attribute, etc., we can simplify the steps needed to do the drawing. Presentation will be improved with the help of layout. AutoCAD is the gateway for an engineer who is going to get inside of any industries in any field. Autodesk has released several updates of AutoCAD from the time of its first launch. With the help of the following lessons, we are going to learn AutoCAD 2008.
In this lesson, we are going to study about what's new in AutoCAD 2009. Let's see how to start AutoCAD 2009. Start AutoCAD by double-clicking its shortcut on the Windows desktop. If you don't have an AutoCAD shortcut icon on your desktop, choose Start, click All Programs, then select Autodesk, choose AutoCAD 2009, and click AutoCAD 2009. Now, we will notice that when compared to AutoCAD 2008, the user interface in AutoCAD 2009 software has undergone a major renovation. You are going to love how quickly you can navigate to your favorite commands while still maintaining plenty of room for your drawings. Right off the bat, you will notice that the default model space background color has changed to off-white, making it easy for layer colors to be consistent in both model space and paper space. Let's see the new improvements in the AutoCAD 2009 when compared to AutoCAD 2008. New Quick Access Toolbar. Here you will find the frequently used commands. Menu Browser. Here all the menus that used to lie across the top of your screen listed vertically for easy access. Pin important drawings and actions. It helps you to pin a drawing file so that it won't fall off the list. The ribbon. It is a little practice you will quickly see the benefits of. It consists of tabs and panels. These are completely customizable in the CUI, just as your existing toolbars in Microsoft Word 2007 were. The status bar. It is updated to include some new, powerful tools and improve efficiency. It is updated with a modernized Layout tab. Command tab. This is updated to view the history of command usage, and it is adjustable. And it is more adjustable than the AutoCAD 2008. Apart from these, there are some newly added commands. They are View Cube, Steering Wheel, Show Motion, and Action Macros. Note: similarly to AutoCAD 2008, the workspace can be set by dragging the cursor to Tools menu and by selecting Workspaces. Now, 3 workspace options are displayed. They are 2D Drafting and Annotation. When you create 2D sketches, you can use the 2D Drafting and Annotation workspace that contains only 2D related toolbars, menus, and palettes. Whereas Annotation helps us add information to your sketch or model, like text, dimensions, tolerances, symbols, notes, and other types of explanatory symbols or objects. 3D modeling. When you create 3D models, you can use the 3D modeling workspace that contains only 3D-related toolbars, menus, and palettes. We do not need interface items for 3D modeling. They are hidden, maximizing the screen area available for your work. AutoCAD Classic. This opens a new drawing configured for a 2D drafting environment, with drafting and drawing management tools suitable for working in 2D. Thus, these are some of the major innovations in AutoCAD 2009. Cruising and exploring the toolbars. In previous versions of AutoCAD, there was a title bar at the top of its program window that reminded you which file you're in. But in this latest version of AutoCAD 2009, additionally, the upper left corner of the screen is the powerful new Quick Access toolbar. Here you will find the frequently used new Open, Save, Plot, Undo, and Redo commands. In addition, you can easily add your own favorites. Right-click and choose Customize Quick Access toolbar, and then drag your favorite commands to personalize it for maximum productivity. To restore the traditional menu bar, right-click the mouse and choose Show Menu Bar option. At the right side of the title bar is the standard set of 3 Windows control buttons. They are Minimize, Maximize and Restore, and Close. And it has an Info Center. Here you will find the new Front and Center Info Center, a quick means to search for help information. Just click the arrow to open or close the search field. There is a slight change in the arrangement of toolbars when compared to AutoCAD 2008. Menu Browser. In the upper left corner you will find the new Menu Browser button. Here are all the menus that used to lie across the top of your screen, listed vertically for easy access. Use the new search tool in the upper right corner of the menu browser to quickly search for any command you need help finding. Behind the scenes, AutoCAD searches the CUI file to find all matches. Double-click any listed item to launch the associated command. The menu browser also provides access to recent or open documents, with preview icons as well if you choose. You can display them in an ordered list or group them by date or file type for added convenience. Move the cursor over any drawing name to display a preview image and other document information. You can control the length of this list in the Options dialog box. Use the Recent Actions option to view and execute commands recently accessed from the menu browser. Pin important drawings and actions. Here is a favorite. The shortcut menu in the menu browser lets you pin a drawing file so it won't fall off the list. You can also pin actions you use over and over for quick access. The ribbon. The ribbon is new to AutoCAD, but with a little practice you will quickly see the benefits. The ribbon consists of tabs and panels. Each tab contains multiple panels, and each panel contains multiple tools. These are completely customizable in the CUI, just as your existing toolbars are. You can anchor them to the side of the screen, much like the dashboard, or turn them off for more screen real estate. You can easily reorganize the panels by dragging and even tearing a panel off the ribbon to create a floating panel. You get to set the ribbon up to work the way you do. Status bar. The status bar has been updated to include some new powerful tools and improve efficiency. You can choose to view text or icons for the standard settings, such as OSNAP, Grid, and Dynamic Input. The new interface makes it easier to tell which settings are on, which is much appreciated. Right-clicking many of these options, such as Polar or OSNAP, also enable you to make quick work changing the settings, thus saving you an extra click. You will find a variety of tools on the status bar that we'll cover later in more detail. Notice that when workspace has been moved down to the status bar, saving more room, and the viewport and annotation have been combined to keep them in sync. Command window. You can display commands, system variables, options, messages, and prompts in a dockable and resizable window called the command window. It is similar to AutoCAD 2008, where you can enter a command by using the keyboard. Some commands also have abbreviated names called command aliases. That is the end of this lesson. About status bar. The status bar appears at the bottom of the AutoCAD screen. The status bar displays and allows you to change several important settings that affect when you draw and edit the current drawing. It plays an important role in design. When compared to AutoCAD 2008, in AutoCAD 2009, the status bar has been updated to include some new, powerful tools and improve efficiency. The new interface makes it easier to tell which settings are on, which is much better. Let's see the options in the status bar one by one. Coordinates of the crosshairs. It is similar to the previous version in AutoCAD, whereas the style and look is more appreciated. The coordinates readout displays the current X, Y, and Z location of the crosshairs on the drawing area with respect to the origin point. If the coordinates in the lower left corner of the screen are grayed out, coordinate tracking is turned off. Click the coordinates so that they appear in dark numbers, which change when you move the crosshairs in the drawing area. Snap Mode button. An object snap is the most important way to specify an exact location on an object without having to use coordinates. For example, you can use an object snap to draw a line to the exact center of a circle, to the endpoint of the another line segment, or to the tangent on an arc. In AutoCAD 2009, the Snap Mode button is displayed as an icon. It looks much better than the previous versions. Grid Mode button. An area covered with regularly spaced dots to aid drawing. The spacing between grid dots is adjustable. Grid dots are not plotted. Ortho Mode button. It constrains the crosshairs for horizontal and vertical movement, which makes drawing orthogonal. Straight, horizontal, and vertical lines easy. Polar Tracking Mode button. Polar tracking causes the crosshairs to prefer certain angles when you draw objects. By default, the preferred angles are multiples of 90 degrees, but you can specify other angle increments, such as 45 or 30 degrees. This option is similar to AutoCAD 2008. Object Snap button. Object Snap is an AutoCAD tool for ensuring precision drawing and editing. You can use object snaps to grab points on existing objects. For example, the endpoint of a line or the center point of a circle. Object Track button. Object Track is also an AutoCAD tool for ensuring precision drawing and editing. You can use Object Track button to track and grab points on existing objects. Allow and disallow dynamic UCS. You can use the dynamic UCS to create objects on a planar face of a 3D solid without manually changing the UCS orientation. During a command, the dynamic UCS temporarily aligns the XY plane of the UCS with a planar face of a 3D solid when you move the cursor over the face. When the dynamic UCS is active, specified points and drawing tools, such as polar tracking and the grid, are all relative to the temporary UCS established by the dynamic UCS. Dynamic Input (DYN) button. Dynamic Input displays commands options, prompts and user input in a tooltip adjacent to the crosshairs. When dynamic input is enabled, the crosshairs take on some extra features. The coordinates of the current pointer location are always visible at the crosshairs. Values that you type appear in the tooltip, and the dynamic input system displays dimensions when you're drawing things or moving them around. The DYN status bar button controls AutoCAD 2008's dynamic input system. You can toggle off dynamic input by clicking this button. Show and hide line weight, LWT mode button. One of the properties that you can assign to objects in AutoCAD is line weight. The line with thickness appears when plotting the drawing. This button controls when you see the line weights on the screen. Quick Properties. The Quick Properties panel displays the commonly used properties for each object type, thus making them easier to find and improving access to them. With the Quick Properties panel, you can edit properties for a selected object or for all objects in a selection. This is a new button included in AutoCAD 2009. Model button. This button is used to hide the model and layout tabs on the drawing area. To show the model and layout tabs, right-click on the mouse and select Display the layout tabs. The other options are similar to the older versions. Quick View Layout. It is a modern tab used to show the available model and layout tabs. It is very much used to switch between the layout tabs easily and reduces time a lot. Quick View Drawings. This is similar to Quick View Layout. It is used to display the drawings which are currently open using AutoCAD 2009, and it is easily accessible to switch over between the drawings. Pan and zoom options are similar to the older versions. In AutoCAD 2009, these commands are added as an easily accessible button. Steering wheel. The new steering wheel view control makes it easy to navigate both 2D and 3D environments. It also combines many different types of navigation tools into one. You can grab the new steering wheel feature from the status bar or by entering the word wheel. The steering wheel control follows the cursor as you move it, so it is always handy. Several steering wheel options are available. Just pick the one that best suits your current needs. Let's look at the options available on the full navigation wheel. Zoom, Pan, Orbit 3D, Rewind, Center, recenters the view based on the selected point. Walk, simulates walking through a model. Look, rotates horizontally and vertically around a fixed point. Up and down, slides the current view along the y-axis of the screen. Note, switch to up and down by holding down the Shift key in walk mode. In paper space, you only have the ability to zoom, pan and rewind. When you get really good at using the steering wheel feature, you might decide to try the downsized mini wheels. Mini wheels are much smaller and have tooltips instead of labels. The steering wheel features offers many options, such as increasing or decreasing the walk speed. These options can be found in the right-click menu or by selecting the down arrow in the lower right corner. You can control the appearance and settings in the steering wheel settings dialog box. Show motion. If you do presentations for your clients, then you will love the new Show Motion feature. Show Motion tools let you quickly step through different views in your drawing, with different effects, for presentation purposes. The feature can be found on the status bar or by executing the Motion command. Annotation options are similar to the previous versions of AutoCAD, so let's see the other options of AutoCAD 2009. Workspace setting. It is similar to the AutoCAD 2008 command. Here, it is displayed as a tab for the accessibility. It is used to switch between the three workspaces, namely 2D drafting and annotation, 3D modeling, and AutoCAD Classic. Lock and unlock toolbar palette positions. Where did I leave that Properties palette in AutoCAD Desktop? Well, you'll never have to ask this question to yourself again. AutoCAD 2008 lets you lock toolbars or palettes in position, so you'll always know where they are. To lock the toolbar palette positions, right-click the mouse. A drop-down list appears where you can select all options and select Locked. Now, the toolbars are locked and can't move them. To unlock the toolbar palette positions, select Unlock option instead of Lock. Clean screen. It doesn't squidgy your monitor. Clicking this button frees up a bit more screen space by first maximizing the AutoCAD window and then turning off the title bar, toolbars, and palettes, and also the Windows taskbar. Click the button again to restore these elements.
The keyboard to AutoCAD success. Typing at your computer's keyboard is an efficient way to run some commands, and the only way to run a few others. Instead of clicking a toolbar button or a menu choice, you can start a command by typing its command name and then pressing the Enter key. Even better, for most common commands, you can type the keyboard shortcut for a command name and press Enter. Most of the keyboard shortcuts for command names are just 1 or 2 letters. For example, L for the line command and CP for the copy command. The following sequence demonstrates how you can use the keyboard to run commands and view and select options. If you have dynamic input toggled on, your results are going to be different from what we say, so it is suggested that you click the DYN button to turn it off, at least temporarily. Here are the steps to watch the command line and pay attention to the messages from AutoCAD. Go to the Draw menu and select Line. AutoCAD starts the line command and displays the following prompt in the command window. Line, specify first point. Click a point anywhere on the drawing area. The command line prompt changes to specify next point or undo. Click another point anywhere in the drawing area. AutoCAD draws the first line segment. Click a third point anywhere in the drawing area. AutoCAD draws the second line segment and prompts specify next point or close undo. The command line now displays 2 options, close and undo, separated by a slash. AutoCAD's command line always displays command options in brackets. In this case, the close and undo options appear in brackets. To activate an option, type the letter or letters shown in uppercase and press Enter. You can type the option letters in lower or uppercase. Type U and press Enter. AutoCAD undoes the second line segment. Select a third point again and select several more points anywhere in the drawing area, and AutoCAD draws the additional line segments. Now type X on the command line and press Enter. X is not a valid option of the line command, so AutoCAD displays an error message and prompts you again for another point. Point or option keyword required. Specify the next point or close undo. Type C and press Enter. AutoCAD draws a final line segment which creates a closed figure and ends the line command. A blank command line returns, indicating that AutoCAD is ready for the next command. Command. Press the F2 key. AutoCAD displays the AutoCAD text window, which is simply an enlarged, scrollable version of the command window as shown on your window. The normal 3-line command window usually shows what you need to see, but occasionally you'll want to review a larger chunk of command line history, as in, what was AutoCAD trying to tell me a few minutes ago? Press the F2 key again. AutoCAD closes the AutoCAD text window. Let's see a few other tips and tricks for effective keyboarding. Use the Escape key to bail out of the current operation. There are times when you get confused about what you're doing in AutoCAD or what you're seeing in the command window or the dynamic input tooltip. If you need to bail out of the current operation, just press the Escape key one or more times until you see a blank command line. Command at the bottom of the command window with nothing after it. As in most other window programs, Escape is the cancel key. Unlike many other Windows programs, AutoCAD keeps you well informed of whether an operation is in progress. The blank command line indicates that AutoCAD is resting, waiting for your next command. Press Enter to accept the default action. Some command prompts include a default action in angled brackets. A default value or option appears within angled brackets. For example, type POL and press Enter. This displays the command line with Enter the number of sides 4. Here, the value 4 is the default value. To choose the default value or option, simply press Enter. Default values in angled brackets appear in the command line prompts. You don't always have to press the Enter key to forward your input to AutoCAD. Depending on what you're doing, you can often right-click on the drawing area and pick Enter from the top of the shortcut menu. And most efficient of all, you can use the spacebar as an Enter key, as long as you're not entering text. Observe the command line. You'll discover a lot about using the command line simply by watching it after each action that you take. When you click on a toolbar command button or a menu choice, AutoCAD types the name of the command automatically and displays it in the command line. If you're watching the command line, you'll absorb the command names more or less naturally. When AutoCAD types commands automatically in response to your toolbar and menu clicks, it usually adds 1 or 2 extra characters in front of the command name. AutoCAD usually puts an underscore in front of the command name, for example, _line instead of line. The underscore is an Autodesk programmer's trick that enables non-English versions of AutoCAD to understand the English command names that are embedded in the menu. AutoCAD sometimes puts an apostrophe in front of the command name and any underscore. For example, _zoom instead of zoom. The apostrophe indicates a transparent command. You can run the command in the middle of another command without canceling the first command.
Create a new file. Creating a new file in AutoCAD 2009 is the same as AutoCAD previous editions, whereas in AutoCAD 2009, for the time-reducing purposes, Quick Access Toolbar is launched. This is very helpful in creating a new file. Let's see how to create a new file. Go to the Quick Access Toolbar. Here you will find the frequently used New, Open, Save, Plot, Undo, and Redo commands. We can select the icon to create a new file. Or, there are some more options to create new files. Go to Menu Browser and click the down arrow. Now it displays the menus. Click on the File menu and select the new option from the drop-down list that appears. Then, select Template dialog box. This appears where you can select the type of template you need to work. Let us start our file with the default template, which is AutoCAD.It. It is AutoCAD's default drawing template for drawings in imperial units. That is, units expressed in inches and/or feet. To open it, select the Open button to confirm the use of template to work. Now, a new file appears on the window. Or, there is one more simplest method to create a new file. Just hold the Control key on the keyboard and press N. As usual, the Select Template dialog box appears. If there is no need to open a new file, select the Cancel option button to cancel it. Now, you've created a new file. Let's see how to save this file. Before saving a file, let us draw a sketch and then we save it. Here are the steps to draw a line. Watch the command line and pay attention to the messages from AutoCAD. Type L on the command line and press Enter. AutoCAD starts the line command and displays the following prompt in the command window. Line, specify first point. Enter the point as 5. 5 as a start point. Now press Enter. The command line prompt changes to specify next point or undo. Enter the next point as 10, 5 and press Enter. AutoCAD draws the first line segment. Enter the next point as 10, 8 and press Enter. AutoCAD draws the second line segment and prompts specify next point or close undo. The command line now displays two options, close and undo, separated by a slash. AutoCAD's command line always displays command options in brackets. In this case, the close and undo option appear in brackets. To activate an option, type the letters shown in uppercase and press Enter. You can type the option letter in lowercase or uppercase. Type U and press Enter. AutoCAD undoes the second line segment. Now, specify a third point again by typing the point as 10, 10 and press Enter. AutoCAD draws additional line segments. Now specify a fourth point again by typing the point as 5, 10 and press Enter. To close the line, type C on the command line and press Enter. AutoCAD draws a final line segment which creates a closed figure and ends the line command. A blank command line returns indicating that AutoCAD is ready for the next command. Command. Note: to come out from the line command without closing the line, press the Escape key. Now, let us save a file. Saving a file is similar to what we are doing in other software to save a file. Go to File menu and select the Save option from the drop-down menu that appears. Now, a Save Drawing As dialog box appears. A default name is highlighted here with selection in blue color. Type a name in this file name field. For example, type Base. After typing the name, click on the Save button. The file name now appears on the title bar. The file has been saved with the .dwg extension, which indicates it is a drawing file. Or there is another method to save a file, and it's easy to access. Simply click on the Save button on the standard toolbar. Note: once you've saved a file, just select the Save button again on the standard toolbar. It gets updated and it won't show the dialog box again.
Lesson 7. Saving a file. Before saving a file, let's draw a sketch, and then we can save it. Here are the steps to draw a line. Watch the command line and pay attention to the messages from AutoCAD. Type L on the command line and press Enter. AutoCAD starts the line command and displays the following prompt in the command window. Line, specify first point. Enter the point as 5, 5 as a start point. Now press Enter. The command line prompt changes to specify next point or undo. Enter the next point as 10, 5 and press Enter. AutoCAD draws the first line segment. Enter the next point as 10, 8 and press Enter. AutoCAD draws the second line segment and prompts specify next point or close undo. The command line now displays two options, close and undo, separated by a slash. AutoCAD's command line always displays command options in brackets. In this case, the close and undo options appear in brackets. To activate an option, type the letter shown in uppercase and press Enter. You can type the option letters in lower or uppercase. Type U and press Enter. AutoCAD undoes the second line segment. Now, specify a third point again by typing the point as 10, 10 and press Enter. AutoCAD draws the additional line segments. Now specify a fourth point again by typing the point as 5, 10 and press Enter. To close the line, type C on the command line and press Enter. AutoCAD draws a final line segment which creates a closed figure and ends the line command. A blank command line indicates that AutoCAD is ready for the next command. Note: To come out from the line command without closing the line, press the Escape key. Now, let's save a file. Saving a file is similar to what we are doing in other software to save a file. Go to the File menu and select the Save option from the drop-down menu that appears. Now, a Save Drawing As dialog box appears. A default name is highlighted here with the selection in blue. Type a name in this File Name field. For example, type Base. After typing the name, click on the Save button. The file name now appears on the title bar. The file has been saved with a .dwg extension, which indicates it is a drawing file. Or, there is another method to save a file and it's easy to access. Simply click on the Save button on the standard toolbar. Note, once you save a file, just select the Save button again on the standard toolbar. It updates the file and it won't show the dialog box again. Opening an existing file. Go to the File menu and select the Open option. Now the Select File dialog box appears. Type a file name which you want to open, or just select a file name over here. Select Open button. Now you can view the drawing file on the window. Or simply click the Open button on the standard toolbar. If you don't want to open any file, click the Cancel button. Note, if the selected file is already open in a window and you try to open it, you will get an AutoCAD alert dialog box. It indicates that the selected file is being used by another person. When you select Yes, the same file opens. When you select No, it asks you to select another file to open. Let's see how to close an existing file. Closing a file. Go to the File menu and select the Close option. The file is closed automatically. Note, when the file has not been saved, it shows you a dialog box asking you to save changes to Drawing file name. If you don't want to save the file, choose the No option. If you do want to save the file, choose the Yes option. And if you don't want to close the file at all, choose the Cancel option. Or we can close a file in another method to save time. Click on the X button, which is located on the right end of the menu bar.